Okay. Hello everybody. It's me again. It's Alex, or what you like to call Alexander, or some of you guys might know me as the IKEA table. And welcome everybody to another video of mine. I'm sorry I don't get to actually show my full body here because I've been busy with lots and lots and lots of schoolwork and just a bunch of paperwork, bunch of stuff, bunch of things to study, and I barely have enough time to record this video, but anyway, here we are. So first I want to point out that it is Happy World Book Day, everybody. Happy Copyright Day. Happy reading, everybody. So I would just like to thank you all for being here, and this will be a short celebration of World Book Day, and today we're going to be talking about Circe by Madeline Miller, which is genuinely quite the book, and we're gonna talk about it today. So enough yapping, hold your horses, go grab a drink, grab some snacks, grab a friend maybe, and let's get started. So first I'm going to warn everyone here first. So here's a warning. So although I've actually tried to keep the spoilers to a minimum, this review still contains a bit of spoilers. If you want no spoilers at all, maybe either finish the book first or try to search up for another review. I swear, the people on the internet might be better at explaining than me. I'm not really I'm not really that good at explaining things, and I might need a bit more help, maybe need a bit more advice from you guys. So if you want something more professional and more helpful, maybe go look for someone else. And obviously if you don't want any spoilers, you have been warned, so yeah. And if you really want to watch this video without spoilers, I have put some like those chapter things, I forgot what those are called, I'm so sorry, those chapter things in the description, and you can just go check it out. Those main the spoilers part are just mainly the Protagonist Yap part. You can skip that part and immediately go to the other parts you want to hear. So yeah, let's start right now. So here's the contents. Here's the brief introduction. We will talk about summary, rating, yes, drumroll, and why I like this book and Protagonist Yap. As I've mentioned earlier, if you don't want to hear spoilers, do skip the Protagonist Yap. And some very, very picky complaints. I think I might get killed for this, but hear me out, okay? If I have any mistakes, just please politely comment down, because I do want to hear you guys' opinion and stuff, and conclusion, and of course the upcoming videos. So come on, let's go. So here's the brief introduction, and here is the cover for Circe, and honestly it does not look bad at all. And yes, this is obviously Circe, and the author is Madeline Miller, our queen, and I think she makes really good novels. And I think if you don't want to read the Iliad or the Odyssey, a substitute like Circe or Song of Achilles is actually it's not that bad. I think it's easier for people to digest, and honestly it's not a bad pick. And the publisher is Byebye Books, so I don't think this is important. And the genre is fiction or fantasy. Actually, it's mythology. It's Greek mythology. Like how it says in the bottom, it's a Greek mythology retelling. And this is a novel. So if you don't like novels, please don't read this. Though I do recommend you to pick up a novel. Novels are cool. And this book is actually written in Circe's perspective, so it makes things a lot more interesting. And I like how Madeline Miller writes books in first person perspective, or whatever that's called, because it makes things more real. We can really see how the main character is feeling and stuff. And honestly, Madeline Miller deserves a round of applause. She does really good at these books. So here is the summary with themes of power and self-discovery, and maybe we'll talk about power and self-discovery later on the Protagonist Yap. Woohoo! And here's a summary. So when Circe was like born, and she was a little bebop, and she was known as like a really, really weird child, since she's like not like her mother and not like her father, aka Helios. And she was hated by her own family and stuff. Oh no, every single sister or brother really hates Circe, and she's being treated really unfairly and stuff. And yeah, and one day she discovers that she possesses the power of witchcraft, which if you guys listen to Epic the Musical, she turns all of Odysseus's men into pigs, and yeah, that is an example of her witchcraft. And which can turn others into like monsters or creatures or animals or something like that. She did turn Scylla into a monster, if you guys are well versed in mythology. And soon after, Zeus feels like, this girl knows witchcraft. Let's banish her. And then they banished her into a desert island. And she learns to be independent, and she even met some other figures in Greek mythology on the way, like for example, like the Daedalus, with his son Icarus, Medea, and of course Odysseus. Yeah. And then, however, she does have to make like a very powerful decision soon between the gods who gave birth to her and the mortals who she loved. Cliffhanger. Okay, now that's out of the way, let's go to the rating! Drumroll, please! And the rating I give is this: 3.5 stars. And in my standards, this is like already like super duper good. It's really hard for me to give 4 stars, let alone 5, especially 5, because I usually like reserve that for like the best of the best, the books that actually kind of like changed my mindset, it changed the way I think, how I perceive the world. That's when I give 5 stars, and 4 stars is like a bit of like the middle. So 3.5 stars is actually pretty good. Maybe just like a flaw or two here, or maybe like it's not for all audiences and stuff, but overall Circe is a really good book, and I think it really deserves this rating. And let's talk about why I like this book. Yes, don't mind the meme. First, neat writing, obviously, from our queen Natalie Miller. And I really think Miller really has this captivating and wonderful storytelling, and she really has her way of words, and that's really magical for me. And Circe is actually one of the more lesser known gods, and this book really gave her her own voice and lets like other people know more about her. I'm sure most people took a liking to her after reading this book, and yeah, it really like made Circe visible, like more visible, more known to the world. And yeah, and obviously the protagonist, we're gonna go to the Protagonist Yap now. And if you are the people who don't want spoilers, please skip this part. I don't want you guys to get spoiled. Read the book yourself. Yeah. So let's get to the Protagonist Yap. So you might ask, why is her character so good? Well, I think it's 2 things, which is 1, her detailed character development, and 2, how her story links to our society now, like this quote I put down here in red. I thought once that gods are the opposite of death, but I see now they are more dead than anything, for they are unchanging and can hold nothing in their hands. This quote really stands out to me. It's really wonderful and beautiful, and like just a really good conclusion of her story overall, and really says about a lot about her like character, her development, her growth, all of that. And yeah, this quote really summarizes it really well and poetically, so that's why I put it here. So let's talk about point 1, detailed character development. Circe in the beginning of the story is like seen as a disgrace. She's talentless and out of place, and she's also known as being really overly human. Like the gods describe her saying that she has a mortal's voice. She acts and looks and talks like a mortal, and one thing that people don't point out a lot is that she makes mistakes like a mortal. Like, for example, she fell for the wrong person. She gave up like things she loves for like other people. These are like mistakes that gods don't usually make, because gods are seen as this all-powerful being with like no flaws at all. But Circe's right here making flaws like a mortal, and that makes her a lot more hated because the gods don't seem to really like mortals, and Circe's like really deeply human. And yeah, she's an outcast in her own family, and she's definitely not very happy about that, and that made her kicked out from the house of the gods, unfortunately. And now it's time for the middle and especially end of the story, which her development is really visible in these parts, which she didn't sat there and wail or harm herself, or she didn't even try to kill herself, unlike some other myths, obviously. And she tried to become a powerful woman. She tried to grow, tried to be independent, tried to learn from her mistakes, and overall tried to survive. And she does end up finding her own place along with like the mortals, and she did accept herself as the woman she is. She did look back at her growth and realize that she has come this far. And I think these are the lessons that Circe might have learned, which is true strength actually does not come from power or ability. It actually comes from empathy and passion. And it also comes from the ability to protect what you love and what you have. Like the quote I just talked about. And especially at the part where like she had a son named Telegonus, if that's how you pronounce it. And Athena came up to her and like, "Hey, Circe, give me the baby." And then and Circe was like, "No, I don't want to give you the baby. He's done no wrong." And then she like cast like a bunch of spells and try to protect herself and the baby because she doesn't want Athena to harm her. And I think that's her development. That's when she learns to protect the things that she loves. And it doesn't really matter if she's like really deeply human. She just like wants to protect the people that she cherishes, and yeah, the things she like really appreciates and loves. And now up to point 2, how her story links to our society now. And these are the problems we face nowadays, like especially like modern teenagers, even adults at times, which is pressure, and pressure. No matter from school, work, it's always pressure. And there's always going to be people who seems useless, like you might see that person and go, "Oh, this guy's useless," and stuff. And there's also some times where we might overthink that we are worthless. There might be family telling us, "Kid, you're useless," like that. And sometimes we make mistakes that we feel guilty about. And this, like, Circe's development gives us a reminder that these experiences don't actually define us. Because as long as we, or you especially, try to get up, grow, and learn from your mistakes, that will also benefit us. Because mistakes, flaws, being deeply human is a part of us, and it's normal because we have empathy. We can make our own decisions. We have like our own thoughts, our own mind, our own brain. We have our own way of thinking, and these are all human. These are all like normal. And sometimes if we make like mistakes and we have a lot of flaws, we just have to like learn from them. That will like benefit us, and it will make us like stronger and stronger, just like Circe. And I think this is the most important in the story. At least that's how I see it. Okay, now time for the worst part. Some very picky complaints, which I feel like it's a teeny tiny bit slow. I kind of get why though, because growing to be independent and stuff, actually it's a really long journey, and I get why Miller really did write a lot on what she did in an island, blah 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 like that. Though I still feel like the story is progressing like every 3 hours, and I kind of got a bit impatient in the middle, but yeah, still think it's alright. Still want to complain about that. And I don't really find the last few chapter too interesting, like the chapter before the last one and the other chapter before that, like when Penelope and Telemachus goes to her island. I think that part starts to like get a bit boring, and there's no that magical feeling from Miller, and it makes me slightly disappointed, but I think it's still okay, especially because she hit us with the last chapter with the quote and stuff, and that immediately made me go like, oh, this is a masterpiece. So yeah, still think these complaints still stand though. Let me know if you have any other opinions. So in conclusion, please read the book. It's actually good. I think it would be worth your time. And even if you read it and think it's a bad book, I think you can still try to learn, like, oh, where did Miller get wrong? Where did Miller, like, maybe write something that does not align to your opinion? How did Miller, like, mess up? Is it her writing problem, the plot problem, the development problem? I still think it's worth a try. So try to read the book. I really recommend it to you guys. I think it's easy to find at your local bookstore and stuff. So now here's the upcoming video. I'm not gonna bombard myself with like a bunch of videos because I know I might not finish them. So I'm still gonna tell you guys that I'm still working on the rating epic songs before Ilium releases, and I will make sure I post that video before Ilium releases. I've already done all the ratings. I'm halfway through the PowerPoint, and I think you guys are gonna be very shocked from the ratings. And so yeah, that's the video for today. And like and subscribe if you like this video, and if you have any more recommendations, objections, video ideas, questions, and etc., you can comment in the my YouTube community or in the comment section. I will be very happy to hear you guys' opinions, ideas, and stuff. Just be nice, that's all. So yeah, happy book day everybody again, and happy reading, guys. Reading is utmost important of learning. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy your day, enjoy reading, and yeah, that's it. See ya, guys. Hi everybody. So I would like to apologize for the how late this video actually is. There's been lots of stuff going on. There's been this and that, lots of study, lots of homework, and I really want to apologize to everybody. But anyways, I still hope you enjoyed watching this video, and if you have any more ideas and stuff, again, please go to my community or this comment section. And I hope last but not least, I hope everyone has a really had a really fun book day, learned a lot about books, learned a lot about copyright, read lots of books, bought lots of books, and I don't know if you guys know this, but today's actually also widely known as Shakespeare's birthday. So I actually really love Hamlet, so happy birthday, Shakespeare. Unofficially perhaps, but yeah, still, I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of book day for today, because actually today is almost ending for me right here. But yeah, this is genuinely goodbye. So see you guys in the next video.